Very good day everybody, welcome to another video. I am your personal funky sim pilot. My name is Arkady Gidzenko. I will be your captain for today's flight. Today's flight will be an evening flight, real world time and real world weather. We will be taking the Fenix Airbus A320 from Manchester Airport in the United Kingdom to Dublin Airport in Ireland. We're looking at about 1 hour of en route time. As I said, we'll be using real world time, real world weather. We will be using GSX as well, and the flight sim, what's the name of the Aerosoft simple traffic tool to generate some local traffic and some logical traffic that you will find in certain places. So you'll probably not find Spirit Airways or something, or Frontier in Dubai, you know what I mean. Anyway, so here we are outside of the aircraft. We're using some retro livery for Air Lingus, Irish International. It is a little bit dark, obviously, so it's probably a little bit hard to see, but nonetheless I decided to go with this livery, and we will use it again someday in daylight when we can all actually enjoy it. So let's hop out into the flight deck here, get a little flashlight going and power up this aircraft. So battery 1. Battery 2. So we got the external power on as well. Now let's find the interior lighting. So first of all, strobe and the nav light can go on. Crew oxygen supply and the ground control. We are on the emergency exit lights. We aligned the aiders. There, we've got some nice working light. So that's our little Airbus. Let's see, maybe we can turn on the wing light outside. Well, it's not really showing us a lot of the livery actually. Well, maybe let's just leave it on, it's pretty cool. Or actually, let's just turn it off. We're not comfortable looking at it. Alright, so here we are. Aircraft is powering up. Let's see, we got a flight plan here from Echo Golf Charlie Charlie to Echo India Delta Whiskey. That will be our flight plan. And here we have the OFP. So let's start up with GSX first and get all these passengers on board. So request boarding. Let me quickly fix something here. range. The sound of the GSX is coming through my TV screen, but it does not show the option to select the sound card that I'm using. So yeah, it's a bit of a bummer. Let's try to disable some of the sounds, otherwise it's just going to sound a little bit weird. So I guess we will not have any GSX sounds now. It's not the end of the world. Okay, so request boarding. With a door open there on the left side. I'm not too happy about that. So let's close it up. So let's choose GSX boarding and refueling. No clue how that's going to work out for us. We'll see. So hopefully we should be seeing some passengers walking through the jetway here momentarily. Anyway, let's continue the setup. So we request the flight plan. Echo India November 812. So the OFP will give us the information that we need. The cost index is 23 and the cruising altitude 240. So cost index 23, cruising altitude 240. You put it in the box and let's request some winds. So we got the flight plan. The departure out of Manchester. Let's go to the runway 23 right with the EKLAD 1 Romeo. 23 right, EKLAD 1 Romeo. And we insert, and that is in the flight plan. Do the same for Echo India Delta Whiskey. Arrival. They're saying here runway 28 left for the BAGSO for Lima. So let's also have a look at the weather. (200) 70 knots, gusting 33. That's quite windy, man. So 200, and I believe it was 28. That's kind of a crosswind, but I guess we'll do. For now, let's enter it. 28 left, BAGSO for Lima. ILS, 28 left, the BAGSO for Lima, and insert, and that is sitting in the flight plan. So now basically we can go through the entire flight plan to see if it all matches up, if it all connects. There might be some discontinuity there. So from Obinu to Lapmo, which is probably around the time that we get onto the final approach. So let's have a look at that here on the plan page. 28 left, so judging from this we can easily connect these two. So we're just going to be doing that then. So we simply clear out the flight plan discontinuity, insert, and that's it. Alright. So for the init B page, I believe we have to enter these values ourselves. See actually how the boarding is going. Looks like there's actually some passengers. So while we're looking at the passengers, I'll be quickly stepping off to the galley to get a refreshing drink, and I'll be right back. Right, so the drink has been filled up. You know, we got to stay lubricated. So the mass and balance. Let's first check the OFP. We will be taking 5,078 kilograms of block fuel with us, and we have a final reserves of 2.4. So planned right here is 5,078. It's not fully in the tanks yet. So let's see. Zero fuel weight 51.8. Is that a 0? Look, it looks like an 8. Just try again. Okay. Zero fuel weight center of gravity. I'm not really sure. I believe it is 28.2. Block fuel, let's make that 5.1. Actually, there was a little fuel planning button there. That's now gone. Let's see. Performance. Out of runway 23 right, surface is dry. QNH 1019, calculate. Let's send to MCDU. So we got a V1 speed of 139, rotate 139, V2 142, transition altitude 5,000 feet, thrust reduction acceleration 1750, flap 1 takeoff, flex takeoff temperature is 68 degrees. So let's see if we send this to MCDU. There you go, that's all put in neatly. So pretty nice. 139, 139, 142. So I guess we're almost good to go. We got 100 passengers on board now. So let's continue setting up the rest. QNH 1019. Constraints are on this side. Let's turn them on the other side as well. Why is it saying landing gear not uplocked, max speed 280? Right, what we're going to do down here, let's see, predicted winds, shear, intake lights, let's lock the flight door, move the cockpit door, squawking 3121, TA. And I guess we're pretty much good to go. So we got fuel on board now, 5080. Let's turn on the no smoking and the passenger seatbelt signs. Let's also turn on the beacon lights because we will be starting our engines momentarily. Let's turn on the APU. Then we got our fuel pumps up here. So one more passenger to go, and then I think we should be good to get going. Boarding completed. Prepare for pushback and departure. Have a look outside. The aircraft is cleaning up. What do I mean interrupt pushback? Then why don't I leave my screen? So we are on APU, so let's turn on the APU bleed there as well. I'm just going to set this to 240. Okay, so that's a good question. Where do we want to go pushing back? So we are parked here at Pier Charlie at stand 27. Our takeoff runway was 23 right. It's this one right here. So the pushback will be nose to the right, tail to the left. Parking brake released, and we can start our engines. Engine number 1. Here comes engine number 2. we got 2 running engines. The auto brake can go to max. And we can turn on the taxi light and the runway turn-off lights. Setting parking brakes. Are we good to go? I think we need to confirm 2 running engines. There you go, waiting for your confirmation. Right, so she's going to disconnect now. Quickly check something. Let's see, controls. Incremental thrust handling. Oh, that's not working right now. Check, thank you. Alright, so let's get out of here. We're still having this message, landing gear not locked. Let's quickly see if we can troubleshoot that. And we'll need some lights for that. I've never seen that. Look, I'm quickly checking with one of my favorite aunties called ChatGPT. Step-by-step fix, check the hydraulic pressure, the green system, the landing gear in the A320 is operated by the green hydraulic system. Check if the green hydraulic system has enough pressure. So open the hydraulics page on the ECAM. If the green system pressure is low or at 0, you might have a hydraulic failure. Check if engine 1 or PTU is providing pressure. Cycle the landing gear, lower the gear fully, wait for the green lights and then raise it again. Check for damage or failures, use gravity gear extension, reset failures. Alright, so let's have a look at the green system. The hydraulics page. I'm guessing it's looking fine actually. mouse button does not want to interact with the gear handle. So maybe let's have a look at the see what we find. This config failures. I'm not really sure what's going on there. We could maybe also check the ESD failure page. Is there anything we can reset here in case it's giving any problems? I'm not sure, man. So what, we got a problem with our landing gear now. Landing gear is showing 3 green lights. That's definitely a new one. That might actually cause a problem. So we may have to return to the airport. This is also interesting. The IR2 and the backup IR3 are showing a fault. If we go to the data page, IRS monitor. I'm guessing it's working actually from looking at this though, but position monitor, FMGC 1, 2 and 3. I'm not sure what's happening, man. Is it just buggy, or did I don't know. I don't have failures enabled, so there should not be a problem, really. I'm really curious what's going on. And we should have hydraulics up here as well. That's the green, blue, yellow. Let's see. Turn off the APU. scared to click these buttons. I'm not really sure what they do. Either 1, 2, and 3. The same goes for these ones. You know, if we change them now, I mean, we do have, it looks like we do have navigation, you know. But it's weird. So there's, so we have a error showing up here. We have the IRS, the ADIS 2 and 3 displaying a fault for some reason. And then we have a message here in the ECAM that the landing gear is not unlocked and there's nothing I can do with the landing gear. So I'm wondering if we can or cannot retract the landing gear after takeoff. And if we cannot, then we will obviously have to come back and land. So it might not be a bad idea to have a look at the charts for our current airport. So let's say we're going to land at 23 right again. So F109 is decimal 5, so let's just keep this page open. I'm not the greatest start at reading the hydraulics page, but as far as I can tell, it looks fine. We have 3000 psi pressure on the green, blue and yellow system. We have the ram air turbine available. I'm not sure if that's going to help because it does not look to be related actually to the hydraulics system. So maybe it's just some random bug. It's quite interesting. If anyone ever watching this, please let me know if you have the answer. Why does it say landing gear not unlocked? So yeah, I suggest we start our taxi. So let's get rid of this map for a second. We will follow Echo onto Lima and then on to Kilo, Juliet, and Mike. I think we can take off from Mike there. So basically straight, right, left towards the runway, and we go left. So let's see what this baby can do. Apologies for the delay. It was a slight technical problem. Maybe we should let the passengers know. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Flight 812 to Dublin Airport. This is your captain speaking. We apologize for the delay. We had some slight technical errors that we had to sort out, which we just did. There is a slight chance that we have to return to the airport. So the problem that we're facing is not very severe, but for now we're going to attempt to take off. And if that doesn't work, well, then we come back. Well, that's not going to freak out anyone. Okay. Let's get the show on the road. Parking brake released. Actually, let's get some more lights here, man. like we are actually at the runway already. Let's see if we can do a really sharp turn to the left. The 320 is extremely maneuverable. Look at that. So I can tell that I've been out of it actually for about a month for some reason. That's absolutely interesting to see. Obviously also had some other things on my mind, so you know. Let's actually go to the far end there of the runway now. Alright, so the flaps can go to 1. Definitely something is very off, because it looks like the integrated lights on the overhead are not functioning. Let's get to the holding point first. Okay, parking brake set. So now if we look at the overhead, we got the... Let's turn on the flashlight. So the overhead integrated lights, that's so weird, it went over a certain point. Okay, I've never seen that. Yeah, so as I said, something's definitely a little bit off here. Max speed 280, if the gear does not retract. Calibrate null zones. Let's just quickly go ahead and do that. Thrust levers to max reverse. Idle reverse. Now, I'm going to have to look into this at some point. Is this idle reverse? I guess this might be. Let's just go for this for now. Put levers to idle. thrust levers to climb. And to flex MCT. The aircraft is going to complain. There you go. Thrust levers to take off, go around. Store calibration. Alright. So this is definitely a somewhat of a funky stream. And here as well, the lights on the master control panel, they were all the way open, but then I had to turn them a little bit to the left in order for them to work. So I don't know, there's something similar going on with the gear. We're obviously not going to be using the gravity gear extension. So let's go TARA. Turn on the strobe lights as well. Takeoff lights, landing lights. I think we are good to go. I believe we have to. Come on, it's not doing it. Alright, let's line up. So I've been flying a lot of the 737 700 on the streams lately. So let's just blame it on experience. But you know, really there's something interesting going on. I have no clue what it is. Anyway, here we are. Parking brake is set. Flight control, left side sig fault, calibrate null zones. Seriously? I think I'm just going to disregard that message. And it's gone. Landing gear not uplocked is still there, max speed 280. That's definitely something to keep in mind, because as I said, we may have to return to the airport. Let's go to the NavRat page. Alright, nav 113.55. Let's have a look at the approach chart. .109.5. So let's keep that in mind. Oh, that's actually already here, 109.5. That's pretty cool. Alright. Then we're pretty much good to go. Let's zoom in here. This will be basically our departure, in case we actually get the gear to retract. Okay, parking brake disengaged. Let's see the takeoff config. It is not giving it to us, probably because of the landing gear there, but still strange. I mean, I would at least hope the aircraft to complain or something, don't take off. Let's see what's going to happen. Things at the same time, starting the timer. Alright, so take off. Let's see if the gear comes up. Yes, it does. Looks like the autopilot does not want to engage. We got toggle lock. See if we can go back to climb. So definitely some stuff going on. Nav ATC transponder standby. Okay. Okay, so does not want to engage the autopilot. And we're going very slow. So I'm not sure what to do when there's a toggle lock, but obviously this isn't good. And here comes the smearing again. That's interesting. Still haven't looked that up. Yeah, so no clue, man. What's going on? Okay, autopilot is now engaging for some reason. Go to standard barometric pressure, and let's see if the aircraft going to find its way on its own now. Nav barrel ref discrepancy. Okay, we need to do it on both sides. Thank you. See if we can bring back the throttle to climb. I'm not sure what to do when it says toggle lock. I'm sure I've seen a video about it. Let's disengage the auto thrust there for a second. There we go. Leave it to climb. no nav intercept. Let's go to flight plan page. There's definitely something weird happening, man, from present position, so it looks like it, almost like as if it deleted the flight plan or something. I'm telling you, man, I've never encountered this. Let's see if we have the direct page, go to Gunnet. And we're following nav with an open climb. So let's go to okay. We're still an open climb. Wow, that's absolutely messy, man. Right, your landing lights can go off. Passengers may walk around. And we can have some light. There you go. Let's check the weather at our arrival airport. Refresh. 200, 18 knots, gusting 31. Few clouds 1500, scattered 1800, broken at 2000. 11 degrees, QNH 1011. So 200, 18, 11 degrees. The aircraft is considering us in go-around stage, I guess. Not sure what happened. I do not want to confirm approach phase right now. There's no other pages available, so there's only the go-around page. So how can we tell the FMC that it's not what we are actually doing? Something is definitely totally messed up. I can tell you that much. We could maybe still fly it like more like VFR style. So basically just fly towards our destination, line ourselves up to use the ILS to land. checking now the secondary flight plan page and requesting the flight plan from SimBrief. I know, just pressing random buttons, see if anything breaks. Let's play around with a couple of things. Turn off the autopilot. Turn off the auto thrust. Turn off the flight directives. Turn on these flight directives. Auto thrust of the pilot. So I almost turned off the engine there, just to force ourselves to make a glide landing. Yeah, so definitely something weird was going on there, and actually still, and you know, just like magic, it is magic if you don't know how it works, and it also works the other way around. It's a mystery until you know how it works. So it's not something funny that happened, you know, it's just the pilot not understanding what exactly is going on. Although there were some weird issues there with the landing gear. And you can see now the landing gear actually will respond to the mouse. You can see that there's a little hand icon. So yeah, so something was definitely messed up. So the result that basically the autopilot now believes that we are in a go-around configuration. So we're not going to activate the approach phase just yet, but there's nothing, no data for the approach that we can actually enter here right now. But yeah, we did warn the passengers, and we should be able to land this thing after all. But it's still puzzling exactly what went on. For some mysterious reason, the landing gear warning is gone. We were able to retract the gear after takeoff, so that's a good thing. Although still not really clear what was going on. We checked the hydraulics page with the green system that's responsible for the landing gear, and it looked just like now, 3000 psi. It was fully pressurized, so I could not expect any problem from that. And then we got some autopilot issues, so yeah, it's definitely not the best flight. But at the same time, you know, it's actually interesting to encounter these things, and you can see if there's anything you can take from it. You know, you can learn. Like personally, my headset is not really, or my mindset is not really, or headspace is not really into the learning mode tonight. So I don't, you know, that I'm a little bit, actually a little bit annoyed, I guess, by what's been happening. But, you know, just have to take it. So there's an airport I think I saw here that I was thinking of diving down to. So I guess we're getting close. I think that's our top of descent. So let's just go ahead and have a look at the approach chart. So this one can go. We're landing runway 28 left. So approach chart 28 left. Let's put a pin in that one. One 111.35278. Let's go to the red nest page. One 135 277. Okay. So that is in. See if we turn on the landing system. A little bit early, but see what are we looking at. 60 nautical miles. Can we put a range link? I believe we can. This doesn't have a fixed page, so we go to flight plan. I'm not sure if this is working. Gunnet is still 73 nautical miles out. And is Gunnet on here? It is. Oh, Gunnet belongs to the go-around. It's one of the go-around waypoints. Can we enter manually? For instance, Obino? Or maybe we can, let's go destination, arrival. ILS 28 left. Via Obino. Insert. Still taking us to Ghana now. Let's clear the flight plan discontinuity. Okay, so it looks like we can go straight direct to Ubinu. Before that, let's just do that, Ubinu. We'll direct. Ubinu. Insert. Now we're going direct to Ubinu. Where we should be at 3,000 feet. So you go to the progress page and you type in Ubinu. Put it in the box there. It says we have 34.5 nautical miles. We want to be 3,000 feet, so we need to lose 21,000 feet. It's 21 times 3 is 63, so 73 nautical miles. So we should already start descending. So let's descend to 3,000 feet. So we go open descent. There you go, open descent, thrust levers to idle. Let's strap in the passengers. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We have started our descent to our destination, Dublin Airport. As we said, upon departure there have been some problems with some of the systems. We decided to fly and just gamble with your life, just for the fun of it. So we apologize terribly for that, but we should be touching down in approximately 20 minutes or so. Thank you for flying at Lingus on behalf of the entire crew. Good night. Alright, so we managed to make a fool of ourselves again. So that's out of the way. So we are descending. Our speed is quite slow, but we are at thrust levers idle. Let's zoom in a little bit more. So Ubinu, 3,000 feet. Are we going to make that? I believe we have the expedite button right there, so let's make use of that. Let's go auto brake medium. Usually you put it on low, but since this is somewhat of an exceptional situation, for now I'm going to start by using slightly more aggressive manner. Because we're sort of like thinking outside of the box a little bit here. But you know, in the end, we should have no issue touching down. It's basically a matter of vectoring ourselves to get the proper alignment for the runway center line. We just let the ILS do the rest. But usually it sounds very simple, but then when you do it, there's so much stuff happening going on at the same time. And you tend to overlook things or just not be quick enough, or sometimes you have to struggle with the mouse interface with the computer, and things just get a little bit funky. But that's what we're here for on the funky Pilot channel, you know. Usually, actually, the Fenix A320 is a very, very stable aircraft. I do realize what went wrong, why the aircraft was thinking it was in go-around mode. So let's have a look if it's still thinking that. If we go to the performance page, it's still saying we're in go-around mode for some reason, but it had something to do with us going to the direct page and we selected one of the waypoints there, but that waypoint was actually, when you look at the approach chart, when you look at the approach chart, you can see this is the way you come in for landing. You go down, 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 you land, and you're on the runway you've landed. In case you had to do a go-around, you keep on going, and there's this waypoint here, Garnet. And that's actually the one we took a direct to. So that's super stupid. So now the aircraft believes it's in go-around mode, you know, you cannot blame it. Glide slope starts at 2,500. We are now 14,800 feet. Let's actually go to 2,500. Oh, we might actually make that. Our speed has picked up. Obviously we're in expedited descent. So the local QNH. Let's check the weather. 200, 18 knots, gusting 31. So there's definitely a lot of wind there at the Dublin airport. QNH 1011. And can we pre-dial that? Not really, so just do it like this. 1011. Let's also do it on the pilot monitoring side. Just so we do not have to do that later. Okay, so what's going to go? Let's go to normal descent now. So open descent. Get some speed brakes out because we are speeding very much. We are actually still high. We're 8,300 where we should be at 3,000, so not sure if we'll pull this off. The landing system is armed. We're 16.3 nautical miles out. Definitely need all the drag we can get. We're at the airport. Our runway is 28 left. Flap 1. No. My bad. See if we can expedite again with the speed brake extended. So flap 1 now. So it's going to be interesting, man. A little bit late. Let's turn all these lights on. So we are above the glide slope. Flap 2. No, it doesn't like it. So we're definitely going in guerrilla style. 8.4 nautical miles. Not sure where the glide slope starts. 7.1 nautical miles. So yeah, we're probably not going to make that in time. So we'll have somewhat of a steeper descent. We are still on full speed brakes. Let's drop the gear. That will create a lot more drag. Gear appears to be coming, so the gear is working fortunately. We did have a problem after takeoff, or actually before takeoff. 3 green lights. Turn off the autopilot. Got some more flaps out. This is obviously not the way to do it, but it is a fun way to do it. And look at this city, man. It looks amazing.
2,500.
Cabin crew, take your seats for landing.
Sink rate.
Alright, so let's decrease our sink rate here. Our speed is seriously high, man.
1,000.
Going thrust idle here. I know that's that's a very dangerous thing to do. Flaps full. So we still got a cross between regular landing and the almost executed glide landing.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
Well, thinking is what keeps me straight, my
Don't
friend.
sink.
What are you thinking about?
Don't
Speed,
sink.
speed.
Don't sink.
This is not the prettiest
Don't
one.
sink.
40,
Don't
30,
sink.
20. Retard.
Ouch.
Pinch, pinch.
Well, it looks like we're down. So let's get out the reversers. There comes the landing gear, the main gear. Oh, nose gear. Come on, man. Alright. Anyone still alive and not in full panic mode, thank you for flying and welcome to Dublin. I assure you they have some very good psychologists here that can help you process of everything that just happened. On behalf of Air Lingus and the entire crew, our most sincere apologies for the abhorrent experience, which is definitely not up to standards in our everyday routines. So we can understand if there's any kind of problem or disgruntlement that you might experience after today's flight. We hope to see you again soon. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a full stop and the fasten your seatbelt signs have been turned off. On behalf of Air Lingus and the entire crew, thank you for flying. So that's one for the history books. remember this airport, look, it has crazy slope, and I'm thinking this is probably not too realistic, although at some airports there actually is some slope, but for some reason I don't think this is really the situation at this airport. I mean, look at that, man. It's like a roller coaster ride. Oops, my bad. Right, I'm just gonna pull it over right here, man. I've had enough of this. Parking brake is set. That's our beautiful little aircraft. It did not perform flawlessly at all tonight, but you know, then again, maybe the pilot did not as well. It was interesting, so we had some problem with the landing gear before we took off. It was saying it was not locked, it was down, it would not respond to anything, and we checked the green hydraulic system, which actually appeared to be okay. We checked the failures on the FMC as well as on the EFB, and it looked like no failures were active, so not really sure why that. It could have been just some simple bug, I guess, that can happen with software anyway. And then after takeoff, we also got a little problem with the autopilot that did not want to engage. And then we chose a different waypoint along the way, which was actually go around waypoint, and now the aircraft was thinking it was in go around mode while we were just leaving from our origin. So we had to basically we had to go to the flight plan and re-enter the approach, which we did, but the descent was a little too sudden, so we had a extremely high energy approach, and instead of doing a go around and catching our bearings, basically we decided to go ahead and just use everything at our disposal. So we were on final approach with the speed brake fully extended, which obviously a very extreme situation you would never encounter in real life. And well, you saw the results, but looks like we are still in one piece. So the aircraft did perform, but it's an interesting one, and I will definitely check out some of the systems some more to understand what might have been wrong with the landing gear. But also it's interesting to have a look at the hydraulic systems. So apparently the green system is responsible for the landing gear. So that's definitely interesting when something's going on, that you can troubleshoot it, know where to find it, and yeah, but that's all for the next lab. Anyway, thank you very much for checking, everybody. Keep your love on close and stay funky. I'm your personal funky sim pilot. See you sometime later. Bye bye.